Hey, what's going on today? I want to talk about the best core, really like personal values, business values that really kind of help you win in life and not be a loser. Uh, Now, I look at every person as kind of like their own business. I don't know if you look at the same thing, but even if you work for somebody, you're in business for yourself, basically. Uh, so that's the way I look at it. Now, before I get started, down below in the description, there's like a link. And if you click on it, there's actually training on what I truly believe to be the most important skill that someone can learn, like yourself, when it comes to digital marketing. Selling something online, like a service, product, idea, whatever. Now, it seems that every day the world gets even crazier. I mean, we've got so much information and just jiggy wham 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 stuff going on. Okay, it's madness. And having a few just core values, business values or whatever, really just helps with sanity. Helps keep your world just straight. Boom. And so you don't get off center, off track, get distracted too much. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's a big reason why I think rel religion plays a part in people's lives because it's like their core values, their principles. People would go to church for this stuff, right? Now, I don't know if you agree with this, but I think in America, I mean, the church system has kind of is making less of an impact in people's worlds and religion, especially in places like America, because again, there's so many distractions out there. There's so many ways people can invest their time and energy that it's just tougher to go to church, right, and get their values. So I really want to share with a few of them with you that I really like. I think they're really badass. Now I'm not saying like I follow these core values to the T, but I think they're really good and they can make a really big positive difference in people's lives. And I mostly just look at it myself to improve my own life. So I'm just kind of sharing them with you. Now the first core value really is patience. So what the heck does patience even mean? Well, to me, patience is more of a thinking of long-term thinking rather than short-term thinking. I don't look at patience as like being stuck in a line and being upset because the damn line don't move. Because sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I'm not saying sometimes the guy that bitches and complains. Well, I'm not a big complainer, but sometimes it's actually a good thing. That's why. So I look at patience as more of like a long-term thinking when it comes to things. So what the hell is long-term thinking? Well, here's the thing. Maybe you're trying to learn a new skill. Maybe you're starting a new job, a new business, instrument you want to learn. Maybe it's a relationship. Sometimes you don't see instant gratification. You don't see instant results. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right? So if you quit too early, I think that's a big disadvantage in accomplishing anything in life. I mean, think about it. I don't know, maybe whatever the hell it is you want to do, if you quit too early, you're not going to accomplish anything. You don't get ahead that way. Uh, so I think it's a big mistake of a lot of people for quitting. What do you think? And am I wrong? You tell me. Let me know in the comments below. But I think one of the best things someone can do is basically have more long term thinking. Unless you're gonna like be dead tomorrow, it just you know who knows that. Maybe some people do, but just having long term thinking it will help you in a lot of situations. And you know sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow that you're not gonna see results pretty soon, but we should. Another way to look at this is having patience is going deep. And I did a video a while back ago, which I thought was really good about a gold mine. It was a story. And just to make it very short, basically, the gold mine passed through many different hands. But the very last guy, what he did is he brought a whole operation in. He got all his equipment and he went deep. And he made like 1,000 times more money than all the other guys that had a gold mine. They made a little tiny bit of money. And so that's the philosophy in life, is to go deep on things. Don't go shallow. Don't go wide. All right. Now the second very important just core value when it comes to business, your own life, I believe is someone's word is their bond. Okay? Because business, really is all about trust. So this might should be the first one, but uh, this is why I look at like franchises work really, really good because you somewhat trust the franchise. Now in America, it kind of makes sense because we have like food inspectors and stuff like that, but that's what everything comes down to trust, right? Like even the money you spend, you trust that the United States government will back it up or whatever. And then there's like Bitcoin. Oh man, that's another beast, huh? Oh, all right. So if you say you're going to be somewhere at a certain time and you don't show up, then you might not get a second chance. You will get a second chance, but if you keep doing it, obviously no business is going to happen. There's going to be no trade. There's going to be nothing. So that's why it really should be it's a core value principle. So your word is your bond. All right, so that's very important. Same thing. It kind of goes with honesty, really. Uh, Number three is positivity. Okay, what does positivity even mean? Okay, I know what you think. Okay, what does that mean? Well, to me, being positive is looking at the bright side of situations. Okay, because every situation you can look at being the worst case scenario, or you can look at the positive in it, and put a happy rainbow face on it. But there's a quote I like from Chester Pulley. He's actually the most decorated Marine in history. Okay, um, this is his quote. I like it. He goes, "All right, the enemy, they're on our left flank. Okay, the enemy, they're on our right flank. The enemy is ahead of us, and the enemy is behind us. All right. Well, they can't get away from us this time. They can't run away." See, he's like looking at the positive situation in the worst case scenario. Uh, Another great saying that I have is when things don't work out, which happens a lot. And a big thing that frustrates the hell out of me, I don't know if it frustrates you, is when the damn Wi-Fi is not working or it's slow or it's updating or some weird shit and I want to get something done. And you're like, what the? Ah? It's kind of like being in traffic, right? You're trying to get somewhere and all this shit ain't moving. But one of the ways that I tell myself and how it is, I'd say, and this is what I want. And it kind of reframes and makes you think this is what I want. Because words are kind of powerful. They are. It paints a picture. There's images to it, and by saying "and this is what I want," it kind of makes you even a little bit happier. Instead of it just I don't know. It helps me out. I can't explain it. I'm trying to. Uh, I'll give you another example too. Like this is a good classic example of myself. I like 4 years ago or something like that. I had this other YouTube channel. And I thought it was pretty damn successful, over 2 million views, blah blah blah. And I worked my butt off on it. I really did, and I didn't really get much shit out of it. I didn't really do nothing with it, and I just sucked. Um, so what I did was I'm kind of using that to kind of help other people so they don't go through the same damn experience that I did. So kind of flipping around into a positive, really, in a way. Uh, just kind of means, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Another really good quote I like I'm going to share with you is, if you think you're too small to be effective, you've never been in a dark room with a mosquito. That's pretty funny, I thought. I want to share that with you. All right, so another core value to business, which I pretty much have to mention, I think it is the third or fourth one, I don't know. I forget, lost track of the numbers. But what is it? Oh yeah, here it is to give more value than you receive. Okay, that's a really good saying I like to remind myself of. You could say it's like working hard, but I didn't really want to put work hard because there's busy work. You don't get shit done, but you act like you're working hard and you act like you're busy. You know what I'm talking about? So it all comes down to giving more value. That's where you get paid. It's a marketplace. Uh, so when you think about giving more value, it helps you determine which task is more important. Helps you get the most leverage. Leverage is obviously doing more with less. So that way you could, to me, that's the most important thing. And Gary Vee's another guy I really look up to. He's a huge social media guy. Very interesting story too. about him. But he had his book called Jab, 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 Right Hook, and it looks he kind of does the same thing with social media, like give, 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 and then ask. Kind of a philosophy of giving more than you ask. Uh, it makes a lot of sense to me in some ways. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all that too, because I remember I gave it a shitload and I didn't get nothing in return. I was kind of like a sucker in some ways. I felt like, but anyways, it's something I'm still grasping. So I think it's a good way to look at social media in general is to give, um, but you do have to do some asking. I don't think you just kind of have to. Now, when it comes to the email marketing side, I remember a long time ago I was trained in that, and they were saying like, oh well, give value a bunch of times, then ask. It was the same kind of philosophy, but things have changed in email a lot. The email marketing, it's a lot different of a beast. It's a lot harder. And the trick is that there's a lot of work that takes place after that first sale is made. If you're into digital marketing, maybe you're into affiliate marketing, drop shipping, you have your own business online. If you do have your own business online, uh, that's kind of one of the most important skills you can learn is learning how to, well, what to do after that first sale and how to even get that first sale. That's where everything comes down to because that's all that matters, right? That's why you're in business. You don't get no sales, you're going to be out of business. You have to feed yourself, okay? And it doesn't matter like how big your YouTube channel is or whatever if you don't have sales, okay? So anyways, if you want to learn more about that, just click the link below. I hope you liked this video. I hope it maybe brought some value to your life. If it did, is it getting long enough? Please hit the thumbs up button. You can share it. Thanks a lot. Have a very cool and wonderful rest of your day.